Hello, I'm Digital Demon and welcome to my channel. This will be my second year doing artfight, and I wanted to give some tips that don't come up in the typical artfight video. If you don't know what artfight is, then what are you doing here? This video isn't for you. Just kidding, I'll give a brief summary. Basically, it's a yearly art event that takes place throughout the entire month of July, where participants are split into two teams and you can gain points for your team by drawing someone else's character in attack. Some people, and I think even the site itself, call it an art trading game, but it's more of an art gifting game since people aren't obligated to attack you back. If you're curious to learn more, I suggest you find a video more dedicated to what the event is and then come back later, as this video is more so just random tips. I just want to quickly say that most of the footage in this video will be on my phone. I have a laptop which would be much more optimal for recording, but unfortunately it doesn't have much storage right now. So sorry about that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to cover is adding images to text boxes. Some people may think this is a pretty basic thing to cover, but at least in regards to video tutorials, I didn't really find a lot in my first year. So in the editor, you're going to want to click this little plus button, which will reveal more options. If you're on a computer, I don't think you have to do this. And then click the picture icon. Here you'll see it's asking you to provide a link. To get this link, you'll need to upload your desired image to an image hosting site. Artfight themselves suggest FileGarden, Post Images, and Catbox.moe. And what I personally use? Tumblr. So if you already have Tumblr, that's an option too. You can just take it from a normal Tumblr post, but if you don't want it public, you can just save it as a draft. After that, just copy the image link and paste it into artfight. You can click on the image and you'll be able to adjust it to your liking. Another quick thing that isn't like completely related to text, but I don't really know how else to mention this. It's like a small thing. When changing the color of your text, it'll give you some presets, but you can also put in a hex code to get a more specific color. One and an easy way to get this code would be to go to whatever art program or app you use and select the color you want. Somewhere in that color window, maybe you'll have to like switch what section you're in. It'll show you the hex code for that color, and so that's an easy way to get that. There's also like websites where you can color pick from an image. This is one I like to use. I use the text as an example, but I also did this last year for attacks because I didn't want to download the images onto the device I was using to draw. So I just color picked and then put the hex codes in to my drawing app. So Artfight has this little problem every year where the site kind of crashes, or at least moves slowly due to high traffic, and this makes it impossible to do anything. You've probably heard the advice, save your references, so that you can actually look at the character you're trying to draw without having to deal with the fact the site just imploded. Here's an easy way to do that I learned last year. Okay, so first you want to go to your desired character's page, right click, press print. Don't do that. Then you're gonna wanna save it as a PDF. And now you have a PDF of the page. This only works with computers, as you can probably tell because of the right clicking. You could screenshot it or just save the images, but I like this because it has all the info, like the permissions and stuff, plus the image on the same file. And you will have to download extra images if you're referencing more than one, but it works out because you can have multiple on screen at the same time. Even if the site doesn't crash, which it didn't much for me last year, it's still good for when you have no Wi-Fi, but really need or want to work on your attacks. I used this method twice last year, which is why I think it's a nice thing to share. Just be responsible with this knowledge, since some people do this quickly on news articles before the sign-up thing pops up, which is piracy and illegal, so you don't want to be like them. If you have some time to spare or are itching to draw something, go through your bookmarks and start drawing those characters. Okay, last one. This one's less of a technical one, unlike the last two. And obviously you don't have to do this if you're planning to find characters day of. But I wanted to say this one since it was helpful to me last year and even recently for like other drawings. Oh, also to clarify my opening sentence, I mean practice drawing the characters so you don't have to figure it out as you work on the attack. Don't start your attacks early, that's against the rules. If the event starts midday for you, sketching the first character you plan on attacking before the fight might be useful, and then when the clock strikes artfight, you'll have them down so you can work on the actual attack. I especially recommend this if the character's outside your comfort zone, but even if it's not, from my experience, it just helps you get to know the character a lot better, and it's just nice to know how to draw them. So that's basically it for the video. This last part's gonna be unscripted, by the way. So I originally wanted this video to be longer, and I did cover like the main 3 points I had coming into this video, but it's not like I'm making money off of this or anything, but like I like longer videos. You know what? I'll give some extra rapid fire tips that don't require much explanation. I actually think this one's mentioned quite a bit and also kind of obvious, but arrange your characters together based on like what series, franchise, project they're from. You can also like add borders to like signify that. I did it since like mine are kind of scattered because the main 4 like my OCs that I really like, they're all from different franchises, so that's a good way to signify that. If you care about getting those big numbers, if you draw the same character multiple times within an attack, you can actually list them multiple times to get the points for every time you draw that character. I kind of ran out of things to say already. On your team card you can list like the franchises you have in the other section of the characters I have, which I did. I put that I have Pokemon and Sonic characters. Talking about my team card, I'm gonna be on Team Mystery this year, so go attack me. I will be revenging every attack I get, including friendly fires, though I won't friendly fire first just because I am one of those people that like getting points, but I'll still revenge you if you decide to attack me first. So okay, so that's actually it. That's the video. We're actually done now. Go attack me, have a fun art fight, like and subscribe, and yeah, that's it. Bye.